Number 11 on the final test review says a student wants to determine the most liked professor at her college. Which type of study would be the most practical to obtain this information? So let's go through a simulation. That seems pretty difficult to simulate. So automatically, that doesn't quite make sense to try to simulate the situation as opposed to just gather information about how it's going to be. So I'm going to say no on simulation. An experiment. An experiment needs a control group where you're testing something out and you're testing treatments of two things. So again, we're not going to need to be setting up a cause and effect relationship where we test one thing against a control. So experiment isn't the right thing to do. So really we're just between survey and observation, and those two things can be pretty difficult because observations sometimes do involve surveys. But you know what you think of as surveys, asking questions and obtaining information. But observations, the big difference that we talked about is that observations are about watching or gathering information about a very specific group, while surveys are about picking a random sample and trying to make a generalization about the larger population. And in this particular case, a survey, you would want to try to do a survey here. The reason being, again, what you care about is at the college. So you take the larger college environment, and if you wanted to do a really good job trying to figure out the most liked professor at the college, you would want to pick a random sampling of students at that school so that it would be representative of the larger school population. And then you would be asking them questions. You would be surveying them. You would be giving them a list of which professors were their favorite. So that is why a survey makes the most sense in this particular case.